Welcome to the Getting Unstuck podcast, where we dive into all things law of attraction, manifesting, and what is keeping you stuck in your current reality loop and how to turn it around. My name is Anya and I am your host. You are the center of your universe. You are the creator of your physical life experience. You are the force that makes it all happen. You may not always like what is happening, but you are the co-creator of it all. That is not to say that you want the things that are happening or that have happened in the past, but you have created them all the same. And there's no blame or shame in this statement. Not at all. We are so quick to put blame and shame on ourselves and others when things don't go according to plan. But all that is happening is that you are getting feedback to what is going on inside of you. The thoughts that you are thinking and the beliefs that you hold, the emotions that these evoke, and where you place your focus is what creates your reality. And there are a lot of factors that make us think, feel, and believe the things that we do. You are not to be blamed or faulted for the things that are going on in your life. It has never been about blame and fault. It is a journey of rediscovering who you are, and you are part of the creator, the universe, and you came here to create. This is the journey here on earth, to remember and relearn how to create and to learn to do this on purpose. A lot of who we are, the beliefs that we hold, come from our upbringing. Our parents and family have imparted their wisdom and beliefs onto us to help us on our way into independence and adulthood. And for the most part, these beliefs and pearls of wisdom were given to us with the best intentions, because they want us to succeed, do well in our life, and be happy. They worry about us, and they worry that we will fail and get hurt. So they help us by giving us a way that will help to deal with our potential failures and hurts, to make it easier to overcome them and maybe even avoid them altogether. Their own life experiences have taught them that there are certain ways that make navigating life a bit easier, safer, and ultimately successful. And as children, we believe our parents and our family, and we take it on board that what they say is true. Their opinions, their convictions, and statements of fact become ours too. We don't know any better, and we don't know for ourselves what is good or bad. All we know is that what our elders tell us is a good thing or a bad thing. And we believe that this is true, that this is the way that things are, and that these ideas and opinions are how the world works. We make them our own because we don't have anything else that we can draw on, and we are becoming more and more aware of the world around us. So we need the guidance to help us make sense of our own experiences. And while there are exceptions to this, of course, with abusive homes, in this podcast episode, I am referring to the non-abusive homes and the more normal upbringing. I'm not an abuse expert and so will not try to manage those kind of beliefs and emotions and states of being. I have too much respect for those who have survived this kind of experiences, and I will not dabble in giving advice or any other opinion about it. We are spirit having a physical experience. And we get to experience this physical life through the lens of our particular personality, brain, and body. These are unique to us, a one-of-a-kind combination. And so, our experience is unique. How we see the world, think about it, and make it make sense is unique to us. This is what creates the concept that you have about yourself. You are a complex being with thoughts, beliefs, opinions, emotions, and stimulation responses that all form the experience of you. Because two people can go through the same situation and have a completely different experience. For example, Sally and Mary are both at a music concert. The vibe is high, the music is loud, and there are thousands of people all having a good time. For Sally, the music is totally moving her. She is high on life. The vibe and the energy of everyone around her makes her feel ecstatic. She feels connected with the sound, the people, and is totally vibing high. For Mary, however, while she loves the music, It is way too loud. It feels like it's crushing her head. All these people around her are making her feel claustrophobic. She wants to enjoy this experience, but she's having a really difficult time to simply let go and move with the vibe. She wishes that she could go home already. It's probably easy to spot that Sally is an extrovert and loves to be social and gets a lot of energy from all the busyness around her, whereas Mary is an introvert. For her, these big crowds are a drain on her energy, and she feels depleted by all this. Sally would look at Mary and say, "Just let go and enjoy the vibe. It's amazing. Trust me." Whereas Mary would look at Sally and say, "We can enjoy this music so much more at home, with less people and less crazy energy. Wouldn't that just be heaven?" And there are so many variations to this. This is just an easy example to demonstrate that we all have our own filter in how we perceive and experience life. All of these are valid. It is useful to know that the way that you experience your life is unique to you, and that there is no right or wrong in this. There's only the question whether you are enjoying your experience or not. This is the center of your self-concept. What you think about yourself, what you think about your life, what you think is possible for you and what you think is impossible are all contributing factors to what you are creating in your life and experiencing in it. Believing that you are wrong for wanting the serenity of your home rather than the loud, busy experience of a music concert will put you into conflict with yourself. This belief that you are wrong and that you should want to be around thousands of people and enjoy the loudness, the messiness, and the constant physical contact will make you unhappy. You will feel like there is something wrong with you and question yourself as to why you can't just be like everyone else. This trail of thoughts takes you down into a place of denying who you are and putting on the not self so that you can be part of the norm. Often, this self-denial will find its way into many other areas of your life, where you will overgive of yourself because of the perception that this is what is normal and how everyone else does it. Subscribing to activities that others are doing, like helping with the kids' soccer event or staying late for work to help get the project done, or thinking that it's up to you to make sure that the house is always clean and tidy. Doing all the things that you don't really want to do, but you feel like you should be doing them, that this is what good people do, when you do all of this at the expense of yourself. When we deny ourselves of who we truly are, we are much more prone to depression, exhaustion, and illness. When you believe that this is what you should be doing, and you think that others can manage, so you should too, you run the risk of depleting yourself. Or on the other end of the scale, the belief that you are just not able to do certain things, so there's no point in even trying, because you always end up doing it wrong or making mistakes. And you start to believe that it's not for you to do these things, and it's better off if others do it who are much more able. It keeps you in a life that probably doesn't feel true for you, that there should be something else for you, because you are not truly happy. That is because you are living a version that isn't congruent with you. You have subscribed to a life that you haven't scripted, that you haven't vetted and agreed on. It's a life that feels almost wrong to you, but it's often much more subtle than this. You don't realize that this isn't the life you actually want, and that you have just made yourself deal with it. You push yourself to just be okay with things. After all, no one is happy 100% of the time. They make do, they compromise and adjust, and so do you. While we all do a version of compromising every day, and most of those things are things that we don't care that much about, they are things that you don't have a particular liking or opinion about. The problem with compromising comes in when you start compromising who you are. You, the person living your life, having your particular interests, personality, and values, the core and essence of you. I agree that we don't always get our way, and nor should we. But when the compromise starts creeping into the heart of who you are, then it is a price that is too high to pay. When you are being asked to compromise your dreams, your heart's desire, the essence of you, then it becomes unhealthy and makes you deny yourself. Many people would probably argue the point that this would make you selfish, wanting your own way all the time. But when you are connected to who you are, your desires do not include the demise or destruction of another. Your desires are connected to the whole, the divine, and as such, they will include the thriving of those around you. There's no absolute selfishness that only wants for themselves and disregards anyone and everyone around them. That is not the essence of who you are. But selfishness, in the sense of taking care of yourself, nurturing yourself, loving yourself, and caring for your own well-being, is the best kind of selfishness. Only when your own vessel is full can you pour into others. You have to be in a place of wellness, mentally, physically, and spiritually, in order to be of service to those around you. This way, you maintain the balance within yourself, and you are acting from a place of wholeness. This affects those around you because they will be in your energy field, which is one of love and wholeness, and they will be better off because of your energy vibration. Making yourself the priority is good for you in all ways. When you make yourself the priority in your life, then you ensure that you are in a healthy space. You naturally take care of yourself, whether that looks like having a bath to recharge and relax, or whether that looks like meditation to help you balance yourself and your energy. Meditation is a wonderful tool that we have available to us for free. You don't need any special ingredients to go into meditation. It's available to everyone right now. Of course, there is the option of using music to help guide you or to help relax your nervous system, but that is an option and not a requirement. When you take the time to look after yourself, including doing your meditation practice, you reconnect to who you truly are. You allow yourself to shed the stresses of your daily life, and you get back into harmony of who you actually are, an extension of Source. This is a very important part of the puzzle, because when you remember who you are, a full body, mind, and soul remembrance, you show up differently in the world. Your energy vibration is different. It is wholesome, stronger, and powerful. It's the energy vibration of love. The energy of love transmutes fear, insecurities, doubts, and tension. When you connect to the energy of love on a daily basis, you change who you are. Sure, you won't be in a state of love all day long, but that's not the point, because you know who you are, and it's much harder for the stresses and situations throughout your day to cause you such a wobble that you fall over and go into a spiral that you struggle to come out of. Even when you face the struggles that really make your head spin, you will find your way back to the truth of who you are much quicker. So the concept that you have of yourself shapes the world you live in. The concept you have of yourself can either create a life you love or a life that keeps you in struggle. Because what you believe to be true about yourself is what manifests in your physical life experience. If you believe that life is hard and that you have to work really hard to get the things that you want, then this is what you will experience. But on the other hand, if you believe that life is fun, it is an adventure and you are always being guided and taken care of, then that will be the truth for you. You will keep having fun. Fun situations and circumstances will find their way to you. You will always know the next steps to take, and you'll be at peace that you are always being guided. Does that mean that you never have doubt? No, of course you will have moments of doubt, where you will feel scared and unsure of what to do next. But you move through these emotions faster. You will know the value of these feelings and that they are normal when you experience something new or when you go through periods of growth. When you go through stages of growth, you are expanding. And this expansion often feels uncomfortable. You are changing who you are to allow for the new to come in. The person that you are right now, the beliefs that you hold, the expectations that you have, all create your life experience. So when you want to experience a different life, you have to change the belief that you have about yourself. You can't experience a life of love when you feel unworthy of it, or if you hold on to a grudge about your previous partner, or if you believe yourself to be unlovable. You have to change your mind. You have to change the beliefs that you have about yourself. This is not always comfortable because you have to change yourself, shed the old skin, so to speak. And because the old beliefs have been with you for a long time, it's not always easy to let go of them. But the motivation of what you want for yourself has to be bigger than the acceptance of what you are experiencing right now. You have to be annoyed or frustrated enough to get you to a place where staying where you are is no longer an option for you. You want to feel better. You want life to be better, and you will get uncomfortable for a while so that you can transform yourself into the new version of you who is living this life that feels better. You'll have to change your mind about who you are. You have to change the concept that you have about yourself in order to live a different life. When you decide that you want to live a life with a loving partner who cares for you, who is faithful to you, who is considerate, who sees and accepts you for who you are, then you have to change your mind about whether or not this is actually possible for you. Will you let your past and present determine your future? Will you take the evidence of what has always been, decide what can be for you going forward? You are the authority of you. There is no one who lives in your body, mind, and soul, and you get to decide what kind of thoughts you want to entertain and which ones no longer serve you. We get so conditioned by our parents, our family, and social media as to what we should be doing, thinking, and feeling, that the ideal life looks like the curated story that you see in the movies or on social media. We get bombarded by messages of what is the right thing for us, what kind of life is the best life to live, where to live it and with whom, what kind of rules we should live our life by, and who got it right. We are encouraged to look at those who don't meet those standards and label them as failures, as bad or lacking in some way, and we are told that we should do everything in our power not to be like them. They are not the right way, and they represent the unhappiness that we need to avoid at all costs. But life isn't a one-size-fits-all. You are uniquely you. Your life story is yours to live, the way that feels good to you, the way that feels right to you. Your feelings are your guidance system. They let you know if you are in harmony with who you are, the higher part of you, or if you've placed your focus on something that isn't in harmony. And as women, we've been told over and over again that we are too emotional, that our emotions are bad, they are wrong, and they are too much. But we are emotional beings. Emotions are energy. We can't be without them. Trying to eliminate our emotions is to deny who we are, and a life of self-denial is not a life that leads to happiness. To change the beliefs that we have from a lifetime of conditioning is not always easy, but it is essential when we want to know ourselves for the wonderful and powerful being that we are. When we want to live the life that we came here to live, a life that is connected to our source energy, a life that is abundant in love, freedom, and in resources, a life that is beautiful and where you don't have to look to anyone outside of you for the answers, guidance, and acceptance. You are so powerful. You just have to remember, it is possible.